Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome back, welcome back. Here we are. It is Tuesday. And we are here. What is your bias? Vote in the chat. Are you bearish, bullish, or neutral today? Give it a little vote. We are above last week's highs. We're here on a gap up. You know, we already had like a weekly range since yesterday, like the last day and a quarter. We moved from here to here, like 800 points. Yeah, 800 points in the NASDAQ, 185 points in ES. Vote in the chat whether you're bearish, bullish, bearish, or neutral. Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen. Type in the chat where you are watching from. Let me know. Oh my gosh, I just remembered. Where are my yellow glasses? Where's my yellow glasses? Got a lot of glasses here. Let's see, I got these glasses. These are not my yellow glasses, though. What do you guys think of my new glasses? These are new ones. Check it out. Let me clean it. Okay, let me read where we're watching from. Where are you watching from? Baltimore, Moscow, India, Charlotte, North Carolina, Lebanon, Philippines, Morocco, Australia, Amsterdam, Poland, India, Ethiopia, Bangkok, Netherlands, Mozambique, London, Mars, okay, Germany, India, Kenya, South Carolina, Los Angeles, New York City, Romania, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, South Africa, Spain. We are worldwide here. Plano said Tanya trades his living room. Uh-oh. Should I go check? North Pole. All right, I got my glasses, and you are not in my living room, thankfully. Let's check it out. Got my yellow glasses. I generally like these glasses so much because they got rid of the strain in my eyes. Game changer. Okay. Should I do a giveaway with the glasses, by the way? Like, maybe I should give away. Because you guys always ask me. And these are not cheap glasses. Like, they're quality. So, gotta take care of your eyes anyway. What was it? The company, yeah, actually reached out to me and was like, hey, we saw people in your chat asking about them, and like, we can give you a pair to give away to, actually. I said, yeah. Tanya, where can I buy those glasses? You could check it out in the description. I think I have. It's the last link there, yeah, where I get my blue light glasses. And yeah, I like them so much I partnered with them because they really do get rid of the strain in your eyes. Because they're yellow, they block out all the blue light, like, completely. So, yeah, I just put it in the chat. It's like called RA Optics. And if you end up getting a use code Tanya Trades, you'll get a discount on that. But yeah, we could give away glasses. I think that's important. It's so important to take care of your eyes because my eyes literally every year, they get a little bit weaker still. Like one step, like 0.25 weaker, or 0.5 once. So, you guys have voted. We have about 4 minutes till the open. bullish is 50. We're vote in the poll right now. I'm about to close the poll. It's 481 votes. I'll take a sip of water and I'll close the poll. Okay, ended it pretty much at 500 votes. 509 votes, 49% bullish, 30% bearish, and 20% neutral. Okay, we got Powell speaking at 10. I'll mark that out in the chart, definitely. I love it. Yeah, I think that, we broke this. Ooh, interesting, yeah. Then daily. Yeah, I think that we broke this high from last week. We have an hourly FEG. For me, the theme has been like mean reversion. I mean, after we take out lows, we come back into the range. After we take out highs, we come back into the range. So that's what I'm going to go with for as my bias is pretty simple. I think we can fill the gap. We just had a massive gap up, right? All right, what's this going? We're up 1%. Where'd we end up yesterday? Where'd we close exactly? The close is open, close here. Yeah. I'll have the RTH gap marked, and I'll also have one from at the open. I'll turn on that indicator for that, actually. I'd rather short the NASDAQ than short ES. I think like last week, I don't know, I think a lot of people are giving me flack for being short bias, but there are plenty of times that end up working out just after in the afternoon or such. And I really don't mind, I don't really mind getting hate or anything for being a short bias person. And I don't really mind because typically if we keep running and running, we leave gaps and they'll get filled later on, I'll mark out the open as always here and here. Yeah. So instead of good PA during Asia means New York will be choppy. Or maybe New York will have a good reversal. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. Here's the open. Okay, so actually I do want to put up maybe the RTH. Let's see which one's the best. Yeah. So this is showing how much we gapped up, essentially. I wonder if do they do it to the 4 p.m.? Yeah, I guess they do it on the 4. That's fine. That's like the Actually, that is RTH, so I'm wrong. Yeah, what I did was wrong. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Let's see. Yeah, that's RTH. Close at 4:15. Yeah, it's at 4:45, my bad. Yeah, it closes at 4:15. A slow morning so far. What I want to see for bears is like a quick push lower, close below pre-market lows. We're not getting it, unfortunately. It could be a choppy morning. Also, well, we have to make sure that we know that Powell is speaking at 10. Hi, futures scalper. Hi, Philip. How's everybody? Someone said, are you going to trade today? That's why I'm here. I'll even trade when I'm not streaming, too. With the news coming up, question mark. That's why we're at the screen, so that we're ready to trade when the news is... So Fed Powell is testifying at 10 a.m. to the House of Representatives. We're not expecting like anything surprising that he'll say, but as we know, every time he opens his mouth, like, it's volatile. Should be a fun day. Ooh, dude, the weatherman comes. Tea and rum. Take that money and your... Bum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Meow, meow, meow. All that NASDAQ did was take out pre-market high, and then ES didn't. We're not taking out pre-market lows yet with displacement. A pre-market low. So we're here. You gotta start on the 15 always. Well, I'll start on the 4-hour, honestly, but yeah, gotta start on the 15 at the market open. Pre-market low. I gotta go turn off my AC. I've been blasting my AC, and I realize I don't know why, because I get cold. All right, I'm back. Yeah, it's a heat wave in New York. But with that being said, yeah, I was blasting the AC. Well, actually, it was on 74, and I'm cold, so. So it said meow, meow, meow is right, Rachel. Reba says her AC is broken. Heat wave in Toronto also. Oh no. That's the worst. Stay cool, my friend. That sounds like a nightmare. It is, what is it? It's like 90 something in New York right now. Do the weatherman go. It's 91. Later, it's going to be 97 at noon, 98 and 99, and 100 at 3 p.m. From 3 to 5, it'll be 100, then back to 98. And it is 57% humidity. Oh, thank God. It's been like 80%. So we didn't really do much so far. We took out pre-market high, a pre-market high on NASDAQ. We failed to take out a pre-market low with a displacement. It feels like time distortion before Powell speaking. That's what it feels like to me. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Can you explain the time distortion? It's when you have a news event maybe at like 10, like we do today, and price is just being held in a range until then. So it's just gonna grind back and forth. It might be just like, choppy. It's freezing here in Melbourne, Australia. I think it's winter there, right? But how cold? What does that mean in Australia? Like, how cold does it really get in Australia? What's my opinion on oil? I called out a nice swing trade on oil and Ninja Trader, and that worked out really nicely. It was so crazy. Yeesh. Let me clear out everything. Well, with my opinion on oil now, that was funny because that was the stop from here. The long was here. The long play was here. Like after this 64, after honestly this day. This is literally the day I was talking about on Ninja Trader. And then I said we could get back to this high. And we did. And then, it's kind of crazy with the war headlines now. So it's a complicated trade. With all those headlines with especially with they wanted to close that canal through Iran, which supplies like 10% of the world's power for oil fuel. So my opinion on oil now, I think it's going to be a very volatile trade. I think it could come back up and take out this high next. This is a tough trade to be in, especially now you'll get headlines that change everything. This is making it, this is even more volatile than NASDAQ, So I'm going to stay away from oil for the meantime because I don't see an easy trade there, honestly. Let's see gold. Heard gold's where it's at these days, yeah? Hit that buy side I marked from... You guys, I was saying I was bullish here. Remember this gap fill? And I was saying I was bullish. It was H4, 4-hour BPR. And yeah, then hit this buy side and more buy side. That was cool. So this is going well for, tape reading it, engaging where the next buy side, sell side is. It's just a matter of on the lower time frame. figuring out if my strategy works on that. I think it's headed for this now, gold. Yeah, because look, it's closing below this gap. It's disrespecting all these bullish, it's having a nice reversal. So I think it's heading towards, gold is probably heading towards 3,269.1. When I see like a low like this and there's still a gap below it, that's always a liquidity pool for me, at least. That's always like something my eyes are drawn towards. Okay. Gold is dropping. And gold tends to have those like smooth continuation trades too, right? Hasn't had too much like reversing. Here popping up higher a little bit for Nasdaq and ES. It's not really much. They're just reverting back into a 15-minute fair value gap right now. So you look at, if you kind of zoom out a bit, you go on the 15. At the moment, we're just coming back into here. See gold. I mean, gold looks pretty good for shorts. See Nasdaq right here also. Let me just mark that out here on the 15. It's coming back into here. See if it ping pongs or if it blows up through it. Just don't really see. I mean, I don't really see much going on here still. I can't be bullish right now. It's just buying in such a huge premium. Like, this is really all-time highs. That's how close we are to it. Okay. I was looking at a different... Yeah. I guess because it's a contract change also. Okay. Yes, so I'd probably stay on the... So I'll keep Nasdaq on the right. I'll continue looking at gold here. Yeah, especially this 15-minute, if it closes below this. This looks like a good short opportunity. Gold's gapping down. Yeah, interesting. It's below. I mean, it's below all those prices. Could definitely see... yeah, I would put a stop here and just go for there. Nice little 5-minute fair value gap here. It's coming back into it now. Yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't be an issue for gold. Maybe I'll try it. What do you guys think? Maybe I'll try half size of that. Because I don't typically trade gold. Maybe I'll do or just take one. How much is this risk? Take like a couple how do I micro gold? Oh, I gotta find it here. futures. Oh wait, I go to micros. Micro, GC. Okay. What if I do that? Yeah. I don't see an issue with that. If I try like just some micros, I'm willing to put down that type of risk. Why not? Put it on like $500 risk or less. I'll take like 4 micros there. All right, cool. I'm getting like errors for that, so I'm not in that right now, but I'm like trying to get in. Kind of annoying. It's fine. If it ends up working out, I'll be happy. Oh, word. I'm just gonna go in my... That's a 3R too. That'd be nice. Trying to get into this. If it just runs without me, whatever. But I'm like trying. It's like saying errors. So. Oh, okay, I got it. Finally. I think I got in. Oops. All right, cool. Great. All right. Well, I'm definitely in a late entry, but I got in. And that's fine because it's still like a 3R down there. Phew. Almost, yeah. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Finally. All right, well, I'm in this trade now for gold. I got like a close proximity entry. I'm fine with that. It's still like a 2 something R. I'm taking like 4 micros because I'm not gonna, I don't want to risk a lot, especially since it's my first time trading gold here. So I'll have that up. Meanwhile, NASDAQ is gonna be like, a Powell speech thing, so it's Powell testifying. Okay, cool. That'll be up on the side, like so. For gold, let me just make sure my stop's correct. I'm just gonna put out this swing high. It's fine. I don't think it should come back above 830 though, realistically. But I'm just gonna give it a bunch of room. Let me just make sure I got this stop right. Finally. All right. All right. Cool. Cool. All right. In the, let's see. Yeah. Why is it always like that? Okay. Cool. All right. Oh, there we go. I can see this better now. MGC. Yep. So obviously I got a later entry because I just wanted to get in since I was having some technical difficulties, but it's coming back into that 5-minute FEG here now. I would go for these lows, this low here, personally. So let's see, my first gold trade. It's going to be exciting. It's exciting. First time trying gold. Previous weekly lows here. Nice. What do I think that? Yeah, I think that this is where it's heading. It is, honestly, it's like a large already day on the daily, but I think that gold has more continuations than anything else. And plus, mostly this gap. This is what this gap, which closes, we'll see in 5 minutes, actually, if it closes below it on the 4-hour. The hourly. I think that's good. Yep. Anyway, just risking a little bit on this because typically I don't really trade gold, but this is a good RR. If it ends up working out. This is on a 5-minute entry, so I do think that this could take, an hour or so or more longer to go through, especially I'm looking for 46 points. And gold typically, this here took 21 points here. And this is pre-market though. This is 25 minutes, honestly. Yeah, this could take a couple hours or so. So we'll find out. And I'll do this. And I'll pay attention to NASDAQ too. Yep. And I'm not worried. I know that I shorted near the the end because I just want. It took me a while to honestly be able to put my order in, and I'd rather just get in there. So let's see here. NASDAQ. Yeah, we came back up into this 15-minute FEG for NASDAQ. And we rejected. See, Powell is speaking in 3 minutes now. Okay. NASDAQ. ES is weaker or what? Slightly. Interesting. NASDAQ, NASDAQ. Okay. You guys, this is micro gold I'm trading. Hey, so far, I mean, I'd be totally fine. I've heard that people that trade NASDAQ like to trade gold too. Probably because they move slightly similarly. But what I've seen is gold has more continuation plays, so that's music to my ears if that works. Does micro gold look different? This went through though. This is delayed, but it went through. I'm actually weirded out at the moment. It's reflecting. I don't know, I feel like this doesn't make sense, you guys. I'm gonna close this. I put it in my prop firm accounts for this one. I don't know. I'm closing it. I'm closing that right now. Okay. Oh, okay, but it did reflect. It did reflect as, when I closed it, it reflected as negative a tiny bit. But the chart's not reflecting that? Why don't I have data for gold then? Real-time data? Shouldn't we get everything? Okay, that's just a sign I need to take a look at this later and just trade NASDAQ today. This clearly... Alright, I'll just keep that up though, and I'll check later if this ends up working out for gold. I guess. I don't know. This is so weird. Actually annoying me. Because it's not reflecting... So how come I'm getting... I know it's not CME, so... But prop firms give you data to everything, right? So... Like, I get that if it's not on my personal, like, I'll have to buy gold subscription. Anyone in the chat know what to do? Bro is GCQ5. Yeah, Pal's about to... Oh, he's speaking now. Yeah, whatever. I closed my trade anyway. It took, like... Well, it's basically break even, but so I guess I'll just note this for later for gold. I'll just journal that. It's working out, but We'll see. I was speaking right now anyway. So I'm not in that trade anymore. To be clear. Not in the trade at the moment. We'll see if gold ends up breaking the low again. Nasdaq's not doing anything today. Nothing. Alright, let's do analysis. I'm actually kind of weirded out by why isn't my thing updated there? Right? Because if I try to buy, it's interesting. Let's see if sell. If I try to sell, we'll say update your market data subscription. Oh. Up. Maybe you have to click somewhere within those props for that. Hattie says, I also had the same problem with GC and didn't understand the ghost wick that took me out that week, so that's annoying. Gold is August contract? Yeah, I have it on August. Do I look at VIX while trading NQ? Yeah. Sometimes. Not really. I think I like looking at VIX if I'm trading options. What are we up at? We're down in volatility a lot now. Not down 5%. Okay. Makes sense. Like, we're not moving anywhere right now on NASDAQ. I'm not trying to be cute in this range. I'm trying to wait until it breaks down, if it breaks down. So Powell's testifying in front of Congress. Let's see if I could even open that up. Powell, Congress. Testify. Is it live anywhere? Watch. Live today. The Fed live video? No. I don't know if you can watch it. Watch live. Yeah, watch Fed Powell Chair testify live.
Without objection, the chair is authorized to swear a recess at any time. This hearing is entitled the Federal Reserve Semi-Annual Monetary Policy Report. Without objection, all members will have 5 legislative days within which to submit extraneous material to the chair for inclusion in the record. I now recognize myself for 4 minutes for an opening statement. Good morning. I want to thank Chair Powell for joining us today. We appreciate
Okay, he didn't start talking yet. He's about to, probably.
More about the Federal Reserve's outlook on economic and monetary policy. There's been a lot of rhetoric lately, particularly from our friends across the aisle, suggesting that Republicans in the Congress are steering our economy toward a recession. However, the facts tell a different story.
ES took out the low. NASDAQ did not.
Workers and taxpayers are already benefiting from strong
the pre-market low.
Economy. The Fed noted that growth is solid, and even former Fed officials have dismissed the idea of a recession this year or is near. Compare that to the previous administration. Under President Biden, Americans endured the highest inflation rates in decades, driven by reckless spending and misguided policy decisions. Now, under the Trump administration, inflation has declined to levels lower than those seen before President Biden's flawed so-called American Rescue Plan, and real wages are finally meaningfully growing again. There's always some economic uncertainty when the United States engages in difficult negotiations necessary to secure more open markets for American goods and services. But that uncertainty is not without a strategy of balanced, lower regulatory costs, pro-growth tax policy, and controls on federal spending.
Let's see. Oh, you made me mess up.
Has outlined a balanced approach, combining potential tax rates with targeted tariffs could foster strong economic growth. Let me be clear on that point. We can fight to open markets, break down non-tariff barriers while achieving solid economic growth at the same time. That's President Trump's goal, just as it was for President Reagan in the 1980s.
Sunnyside says Powell sounds like Nick Futures. That wasn't him. That's not. This isn't Powell. This is like some congressman.
Four internal climate-related committees in making the Fed leaner and more efficient by right-sizing your workforce across the system.
This is not Powell right now.
Reflect a commitment to efficiency at the Federal
He didn't
Reserve.
start speaking yet. It's
I'm
like
also pleased that Governor Mickey Bowman has been confirmed as
Can
vice
have it
chair
here.
of supervision at the board. Governor Bowman has been a tireless advocate for community banks, and this committee is eager to work with her on policies that enhance our bank's ability to provide greater access to capital and services for our families and businesses across our nation. I look forward to today's hearing, and I yield back the balance of my time.
There we go. I'm here.
I now recognize Mr. Foster on behalf of the ranking member for 4 minutes for an opening statement.
Thank you, and I will save everyone a little bit of time. Chair, Ranking Member Waters was unavoidably detained. I'll just say
What?
a little bit that,
He was
the
detained?
markets have spoken on their confidence in the Trump economy. Probably the single simplest metric of that is that the U.S. dollar is down roughly 10%. Okay, this is not a small thing, and it has caused countries around the world to question the primacy of the U.S. dollar going forward. This is one of the worst market responses, I think, to the chaos that we're seeing, the tariffs that are very destructive to international trade, and just everything that the markets are seeing and trying to suffer through. I know I'm contacted all the time by businesses in my district, manufacturing businesses that can't even start thinking about investing with the level of chaos just from the tariff policy alone. Anyway, there's a long set of things we should be talking about. I'm happy to save some people some time, and let's get to it. Yield back.
Wait.
Yields back. I recognize the chairman of the Task Force on Monetary Policy, Treasury Market Resilience, and Economic Prosperity, Mr. Lucas, for 1 minute for an opening statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today's hearing will allow us to
Oh, well, that started
the economy
something.
review the FOMC's policy decisions. It's appropriate to regularly take a step back and assess the central bank's performance and its responsiveness to the economic conditions our constituents face back home. This hearing is particularly timely conversation as the Fed wraps up its 5-year framework review, including a thorough look at the consensus statement, communication strategy, and other guiding policies.
Well, ES just like took out pre-market low again.
Many of these topics will
Not really displacing.
Monetary policy, Treasury Market Resilience, and Economic Prosperity Task Force. I look forward to building on these conversations here. One issue that I think warrants special attention is the binding nature of the SLR and BSLR on the Treasury market.
Like top midnight
I'm
open.
glad to see the Fed is looking into this tomorrow and hope we'll see meaningful action soon.
Oh, what is
Powell, thank
this?
you for being here. It's critically important that Congress and the central bank have an open dialogue, transparency, accountability, honest communication.
What's that I mark
Pillars of
there?
our system's success. I look forward to your testimony on the state of the economy, the Fed's plans for the future, and I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman yields back. I recognize the ranking member of the Task Force on Monetary Policy, Treasury Market Resilience, and Economic Prosperity, Mr. Vargas, for 1 minute for an opening statement.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman and Ranking Member, and thank you, Chairman Powell.
How old is she? I saw 20s. Tanya's 36.
The Fed has been tasked by
Whoa,
Congress
put that person in timeout. That's
to achieve
crazy.
both maximum employment and stable prices. Unfortunately, this administration has made accomplishing these goals
1
more
minute
difficult.
timeout.
In the Fed's most recent summary of economic projections,
Who's saying I'm
lower
37?
growth,
Timeout.
stickier inflation, and rising unemployment, all of which point
That's
to a
crazy.
potential stagflation scenario.
57.
Whether it's the president's indecision on trade policy, his hiring freeze
Time out.
impacting the collection of economic data, his ballooning of the deficit to cut taxes for
40.
the wealthy,
Everybody-
or name calling,
Everybody
all of
doing
these
that is
actions
getting
make
in
it tough
timeout.
for the Fed to do its job. I look forward to your testimony today, Mr. Powell, Chairman Powell, and I yield back with that.
Gentleman yields back. Today, we do welcome the testimony of the Honorable Jerome Powell, Chair of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System. Chairman Powell, we thank you for taking time to be with us.
I'm
You'll be
14.
recognized for 5 minutes to give an oral presentation of your written testimony, and without objection, your written testimony will be made.
All right, he about to start.
Now recognized for 5 minutes. Mike.
Is it or no?
Thank you, Chairman Hill, Ranking
Yeah.
Member. and other members of the committee. It's great to be back here today. I
Okay,
appreciate
let's
the
see.
opportunity to present the Federal Reserve's semi-annual monetary policy report.
Is he not there in
The Federal
person?
Reserve remains squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. Despite elevated uncertainty, the economy is in a solid position. The unemployment rate remains low, and the labor market is at or near maximum employment. Inflation has come down a great deal, but has been running somewhat above our 2% longer run objective. We are attentive to the risks on both sides of our dual mandate. I will
Is she short?
before turning to monetary policy. Incoming data suggests that the economy remains solid. Following growth of 2.5% last year,
You guys are weird.
GDP was reported to have edged down in the first quarter, reflecting swings in net exports
Not
that were
short.
driven by businesses bringing in imports ahead of potential tariffs. This unusual swing has complicated.
I'm not
GDP
short, look.
measurement. Private domestic final purchases, or PDFP, which excludes net exports, inventory investment,
Not even in the
government
thing.
spending, grew at a solid 2.5% rate. Within PDFP, growth of consumer spending moderated, while investment in equipment and intangibles rebounded from weakness in the fourth quarter. Surveys of households and businesses, however, reported a decline in settlement sentiment in recent months, and elevated uncertainty about the economic outlook, largely reflecting trade policy concerns. It remains to be seen how these developments might affect future spending and investment. In the labor market, conditions have remained solid. Payroll job gains averaged a moderate 224,000 per month in the first 5 months of the year. The unemployment rate at 4.2% in May remains low and has stayed in a narrow.
Someone said I
range
love the
for past
drip.
year.
What am I wearing? Wearing
Wage growth
Adidas
has continued
slides.
to moderate while still outpacing inflation. Overall,
Tanya, how's the gym
market
going?
sentiment suggests that conditions
No, he's talking, he's not moving anything.
consistent
And this is going to go on until 12. So I was thinking at least at the beginning. I'm canceling that. I was thinking at the beginning at least he would start. It would do something, but it's not. Not at the beginning. Someone said, what was it? How's the gym going? Putting in reps every day or not? Yeah, dude. I went to yesterday I had a personal training session at 2 to 3 p.m. And then I went golfing from like 6 to 8:30 p.m. Can't you tell? Tickets to a gun show. I'm not trying to build muscle, so it doesn't. I'm not trying to. Just trying to, stronger and energy levels up. Easier to carry groceries or such. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing? Someone said they're scalping the crap out of it. Dude, like, why are you scalping? 70-point range. ES, let's take a look at. Yeah, that's what I need to see is we're not closing below this, so I'm not interested right now. Could start to do it, but it's definitely a shitty vibe here. Definitely a part barcode. It's not even like good for, like, sometimes I'll find something where it's like a seek and destroy type trade, and there's nothing even here good for that. Like, I would just want shorts. We're at the top of the range, But even with that, like, there's nothing that good because the range is so small. It's just hard. Executioner said, careful, automatic weapons are illegal in New York. Couple more weeks, she'll fill the room with protein bottles. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing all that. Yeah, what is gold doing? Let's see. What is gold doing? I mean, I would like to be in that trade. Yeah. Okay, so it's reaching up deeper. I don't really like that it's doing that, actually. That's in the 15-minute. And you would need to reject at 9:30 if it was going to do that. If it was going to continue lower, I would say gold should reject this level. It's 9:30 and this like 15-minute OB. So let's take a look. Previous weekly low. Yeah. This is a previous weekly low. Swap that. So maybe it will take out, come back up within this range. Well, we'll find out. Find out for gold. Either way, it's going to be cool. Yeah, I would say it would need to reject this area. Then it kind of looks like it would invert this and then potentially come back all the way up to here, you know? Especially after hitting a weekly whatever point of interest there. So let's see, it's rejecting that at the moment. Like look at the what it says there. Real-time data. Acquired. Let's see. How do Meanwhile, yeah, we're still barcoding on indices. Let's see on the 15. Oh, gold is rejecting this. Not bad at all. Today is apparently the hottest day in New York in 20 years. Oh, okay. So I gotta go. Okay, billing page. View market data. Subscriptions and click upgrade. Okay. What is this called? Authenticator. Maybe I'll get a better fill now. We'll see. Billing. What was it? View market. Data. Subscriptions. Upgrade. Comics. Great. $0 a month. Perfect. Now let's try to reconnect. Maybe now it'll work. Oh, it was too late to get that good fill. No, well, it doesn't matter. It's the original fill. All right, I'll try the same thing, right? I said I would take 4. So now I'll try that. Okay, so I'm in that finally. Finally. Okay. My stop again is going to be based on 5 minute. Yeah. Okay. There we go. There we go. Fixed it, you guys. So that's what you got to do. You got to go to your prop firm's, like if you're doing prop firm billing page, and then you click like view data subscriptions and then upgrade. And it's free to upgrade that. Lit. Okay. I'll be in gold while Nasdaq is in that. And right, how much am I risking there? If it's 4 of gold, yeah, probably risking like 600 or something, right? Yeah, risking $600. Yeah. We rejected this. I like that. So. I'm willing to hold that for, yeah, all day, whatever. 69. My target would be 69. Yeah. It's certainly cleaner than NASDAQ. NASDAQ's just popping back and forth. Like, what's the point of even trading that? I'd rather just trade something cleaner. What's CL doing? So, 16, yeah, that's what I'm... Cool. It's a 3R. Cool. This is my first trade on gold. All right, this is 2R. Mark that out. Oh. There's also the possibility that it ends up reversing here after hitting previous weekly low, but I think gold has more continuation trades. And I like this, the way that would close below this gap. And like I said, if it's a reversal, then I'm like, this is the smart money reversal. I'm getting stopped out at the beginning of the reversal, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep holding this. It would be like such a breath of fresh air if we have a continuation trade like that. All right, let's see. CL, she's dying. I don't know, it looks ugly. CL probably also looks bearish too. Where's the first FEG for gold, by the way? That's all the way up here. It rejected from that here. It's coming back again, retracing here. Like I said, if I get stopped here, or if we end up coming back up again, then that's fine. That might be at the beginning of the reversal. But I'm okay with this. Mm-hmm. 2 minute. What's the hourly look like for gold? Okay. Yeah. I'll just probably let that run. For if I don't get stopped out, I'll let that go for the whole day. Yeah, I like it. It would be really good if it does reject this area. This is like the high. That rebalanced this. First presented FEG and it rejected at 9:30 in the 15-minute OB. It would be really good if this is like the high. Intermediate term high if we make a smaller, lower high here. I think Nasdaq's not doing anything, is it? No. Boo. See, this 15-minute candle in gold is about to close. Looks fine, rejected this. So we'll see in the next 15 minutes, definitely, whether it goes lower or if it goes above the previous. Maybe I'll even close it before my full stop out because I wouldn't want to get caught up in it. I could save myself money probably. But yeah, so now I'm watching to see if this is going to be a lower high, which would be really good for me. I'm not worried about this retracement within this. I mean, this is what happens in trading. We'll get a retracement after a little push down. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a lower high, and then we'll continue our downside move, especially now it's the next 15-minute candle about to open. Okay, I like that closure better. So we'll see here. This is a pretty chill trade, like, because it's on a higher time frame that I opened it up on, and plus I feel like gold just is moving slower, so it's kind of a chill vibe. All right, let's see. I do think that if this 15-minute candle closes above the previous one and above, like, you know, creates this inversion and above 9:30 open, I'll close it before it reaches my full stop out. If this 15-minute starts going my direction, it's a really good sign. So I'm going to write that down so I like follow that set of rules I just wrote to myself, my plan there. Because oftentimes if it does creep up towards that, you can be like, you end up being like, no, maybe I'll give it more breathing room or something. And, oh, I put my stop there, but like, I put the stop here really because I'm not, wicks can be wicking. That's why. So, yeah. If GC closes above previous 15, creates inversion. And cut the trade. It's not making it's breaking this, so I don't love that. We didn't continue lower so far in that first 15-minute candle. It's creeping back up again. We'll see. But yeah, managing this on the 15. What's NASDAQ even doing, you guys? Who's trading NASDAQ today? Like, I feel scared for anybody trading this price action in the indices. I don't see a setup. Am I in drawdown? Yeah, but I'm pretty sure did I short and discount? I think so, yeah. So that's why. So that makes me more chill in my trade too. It's like knowing that within this range, I shorted here, 50% is here, this is premium. So I'm okay with sitting in a bit of a drawdown, but we'll see what this 15-minute candle does. If it goes that other way, like I said, I'm going to cut it for whatever it will be, negative 0.5 R, negative $300 loss. It's not an issue. But still, it's just like creeping up higher. It's fine. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of momentum to the upside. Gold, gold, gold. Okay, I'll zoom in here better. All right, that's pretty good. If I'm like envisioning the 15-minute candle, it's a good start to it. If the first 5 minutes is manipulation, came back, retraced, if the next 10 minutes distributes to the downside, that'll be nice. Let me ask the chat, did you guys take a trade in NASDAQ yet? Someone asking, wait, may you show the 1 minute in NASDAQ? Why? I don't know why it's actually has this gap here. I refreshed it there. Is this on the one? No, it's back on the... Okay, there we go. Here's the one. Why? You want to trade this? Let's ask. We trade. Let's see. Woo. Well, it's starting to work out in my favor, this. Let's see. The 15-minute candle, at least. Let's break below the previous 15-minute candle low and get lower, yeah? Is that trade based on 15-minute? Yeah, 5 and 15. The 5 and 15-minute for, let's just put the 5 there, yeah, for gold. And that means that, right, it's going to take a longer time, right? Because if you think about the 1 minute or something, when you enter, it takes, 15 candles, let's say, to get to your target typically or something. That's 15 minutes. But the 15 candles in the 5-minute time frame is like 75 minutes, right? Yeah. 15 times 5 is 75. Okay. How did you learn patience? You eat shit so many times that you force yourself to be patient. Sometimes I'm not even patient. I don't get the most patient fills. I just look at what's a decent RR and just get in. But if I'll always be patient enough to let it play out, though. Your TP is near daily FEG midpoint. That's good. I'm glad. What I just basically did was look at the 4-hour and look at, this is a low in a SSL, low in a liquidity void below it. Like there's still this entire liquidity. There's a fair value gap below it. There's a BISI below it, buy side. Imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So I'm not even going for this, but I'm going for this low within it. It's starting to work out, you guys. We'll see. Well, actually, I don't know. We're at break even. It could also just kind of consolidate, but it's starting to look good. It's breaking. It took the low, previous 15-minute candle low, and now I'd really like us to see like a displacement here. If we kind of wick it, it's going to be bleh. I want this low to get really nicely taken. And that's the end of that 5-minute candle. So hopefully this one starts distributing lower. If this one comes back up, it's going to be like bleh. We'll find out. We'll find out. But either way, it's not like that's a criteria for me to get out, even if it doesn't displace. The criteria for me to get out would be if we closed above this high, essentially, on the 15. Because this is like a sensitive area. So you got a fair value gap where we broke lows, you have an order block, and you have 930 open there. So if we get back those levels, that would mean I'm probably wrong. But this, because so far it was a sensitive area where it nicely rejected, right? I said it needed to reject that, and we did. And that's why I was like, oh, okay, let me actually try to see if I can enter that again. Find a way to enter. So I did. Yeah. This hourly? Interesting. I mean, I'd like the next 15 minutes to continue this downside. So on the hourly, I'd like us to close red, So for right now, near the open, I'm envisioning it. I want it to this next 15 minutes to start working its way down more. So we'll find out. NASDAQ, just playing around the range. I said I wanted. It's just, if it's not giving me what I want to see, then I can't trade the index. That's my plan. My plan was, if NASDAQ wipes out pre-market lows with displacements, then I'll go for filling the gap. But we haven't really done much. We've just ping-ponged between on the 15-minute. It's crazy. Let's see. 47% people said yes, they took a trade, and 53% no. Wow. Do you see looking hella bearish right now? I hope so. I'm in shorts, so we'll see. Definitely kind of slow, but I feel like this could be like a slow kind of fall, and then maybe a free fall later. But I'll be positioned for it in case it does. Yeah. NASDAQ. Oh, gold. This 15-minute candle is not that amazing. But whatever. Gold doesn't move like your NASDAQ. Hello. I know, right? It's definitely slower. But maybe that's a good thing. That could be a good thing, too. NASDAQ. What's ES doing? Also back near its high. Yeah, there's no point in me trying to do anything with the indices today. I'll let them cook, let them buffer, simmer. NASDAQ, NASDAQ. Gold is kind of disappointing that it didn't displace and like drop low fast. Definitely doesn't move like NASDAQ in that regard right now, right at the moment. All right, that was a whole 15-minute candle there. Took out that low, came back into the range. Don't love it. Could come back up again, wick that area again. Or it could even, give me my criteria to take the 0.5 R loss. Or I could go back lower again. We'll see. I don't love that we took out these lows and now we kind of just paused. Maybe it's coming back to make a lower high again. But, I mean, how much are we down on gold today? 2% already. If this closes above here, then basically that's perhaps the start of the reversal back to the upside, so. See, it's 1046. NASDAQ, what are you looking at? Yeah, it looks ugly. I mean, the only thing I could probably see what you could have found on indices is like if you want to scalp and ES took out this low and NASDAQ didn't, and you think that, yeah, that we're going to go up higher again here. But like I said, I don't want to buy. I don't want to buy in such a crazy premium. So I'm not going to try trades like that today. Gold creeping up higher again. It starts like displacing. It's not going to be a good look for me. If it's kind of slow creeping up higher, I'm fine with that. Seems like it's a slow creep. This is the first, yeah, right? This is the first FEG. This is the FEG that it made at 9:30 when it dropped lower. According to this, yeah, I'm fine with that. Cool. All right. She's slow, but she's, steady. Gold. Made another lower high for now. I kind of like that. I like this wick. Hopefully that's the next swing high and we start going lower soon. Oh, gold. Now it's like, this is what you're making me do. It's like you're making me look at other places. Someone said gold is not steady. It's definitely moved slower than NASDAQ. She's starting to look like getting some. I don't like that high was taken out again. So it's looking like I'm probably going to cut the trade. She's starting to get some legs, gold to the upside. Da, 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 da. Bum, 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 bum. There's 10 minutes left in this candle, too. I'll see. Someone said, honestly, today's not a good day for trading. Maybe not. Yeah, definitely not for the indices. We'll find out. But this is RTY. I don't think I... Let's see actually here. NASDAQ. Let's put up ES up for a second. I have my other stuff here. I'll have this on the 15 here. Okay. NASDAQ too. Yeah, so here you had, this is like a low probability environment. It's not that great. You have ES take this low. NASDAQ didn't. Then you had that reversal upside. I mean, now you have NASDAQ taking this high. and ES did not. So if someone's a range trader, that's a potential, but that's not the kind of trade I take. See, 1050 macro just started, so you'll see. I would mark out this low to see if it breaks it, or if it has an inversion here. So far, it's not really. It's probably cleaner to look at the 2 minute here. Yeah, 2 minutes quite a lot cleaner. What's a previous hourly candle? Yeah, so Nasdaq just took out the previous hourly candle. ES did not. Cool. So I'd be looking at that kind of that inversion on the 2 potential. If it didn't do that yet, by the way. Or just take the 1 here. Yeah. That's what I kind of see there. Yeah, probably the 1 is fine. Gold not doing much. It's not like it's been consolidating. It makes sense. It just dumped a lot. I mean, pre-market, and it's down 2%. Maybe it's consolidating before the next move lower. Certainly, it's not like a quick reversal back higher, which I like. For my prospects, since I'm in shorts right now. So maybe it's just like a waiting game, right? And I said I'm actually okay with this trade, like holding it the entire day. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Nasdaq's, there's no confirmation right now. Tanya went to switch to gold because of lack of volatility. Once it did, the gold started to consolidate LMAO. I know, right? That's how trading works. Isn't that funny? I'm sorry to all the gold traders. They're like, damn, Tanya got into the trade, now it's going to take forever. Or, oh, damn, now it's not going to work. RTY is beautiful today, somebody said. Let me see RTY. Really? Small caps? Small caps are down. Ooh, they're up. They're up 1.2%. Let's see. Oh, it dipped back down into 4 hour and popped back up. Also, it didn't. Maybe that's the name of the game. Good point, dude. Like, just play catch up and trade RTY for the next couple days. See, it's 10:56. Where did the 10:50 start here? We'll mark out 10:56 to 11:10. Oh, that's what's happening. That's why. Okay, That makes sense now that I'm looking. If I go, so I go to this. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, what is this again? Gold. Well, I'll just have an alert if gold ends up going to the stop. I don't have to watch it every 5 seconds. I'll have an alert if it makes new low day. That's how I'll know if it's finally expanding. Let's watch ES here, and I'll have my gold. My gold chart is on the Ninja Trader on the left here. Here. Okay, so ES did not. So you have SMT there. McDonald's. Am I wearing my glasses? Yeah. What is this? SMT and Q. All right. So on Q, try to make a higher high now, failed inverting here. So we'll see if it ends up making this inversion, taking out this low. What would that look like if you were to short into here? It's just, where's the previous hourly low? There's no inversion yet. It's crossing it. Crossing may close below this, but no inversion. Let's see. From here, it's 1.3. Previous hourly lows. Yeah. Okay, we'll see. See if it ends up or not. I didn't confirm. Cool. Oh, this next candle. Whoa! Am I still in gold? Yeah, dude, it's up there. That ass right here. It already took the previous 15-minute candle low there before I could enter it, so I don't really love that. I'm not going to enter this. No. That kind of wick just makes me really not want to get involved there, actually, at all. That's the thing, is that, yeah, if it already took... Yeah, I can't. Oh well. Alright, good then. Whatever. That's kind of wild action. Gold. Is gold starting to work out? We're back. I'm back at break even in gold, which is good. Hey, we made a lower high again. Maybe now we'll start displacing. I don't know. If this just starts consolidating, I'll laugh. We'll see what this next candle does. maybe RTY. This is small caps, right? Let's look at the daily here. Gold's working out. Starting to. I'm finally, you guys, after sitting in consolidation / drawdown for about like 20 minutes or more, it's starting. I'm starting to be in profit. No, I'm going to jinx it now. Watch that. Watch just consolidate more. I don't care. I'll hold it. Consolidate all day, dude. I'll turn this into a swing trade. I'm just kidding. Yeah, maybe I'd open up my personal and do that on there. But that's why I didn't take it on my personal, because I'm like, oh, this is my first time trying it, so I took it on my prop accounts and on a smaller type risk. What was I trying to say here? I don't know. I was like trying to look at RTY. This is the RTY on the daily. It hasn't hit last week's high yet. Did it take out last week's low? No. Interesting. Are you still in gold? Yeah. Google says GC1, but on Wealth Charts it says broker doesn't support. Wealth Charts? Yeah, check if your broker supports it. I don't know. I don't know Wealth Charts. What's that one? Really? That's odd. That should be like a futures broker. Tanya, micros or minis? You can see it. I have it shown. It says micros. I have 4 micros for gold. The stop was up here, risking about 600 to make 1800. This is 2R. I would probably hold. It depends. 2R doesn't really have much. Also, we can use some standard deviations now. From, let's see. I think the standard deviation from all the way up here, too. Okay. Yeah, 4 is even below this. 4.5 is, oh, that's nice. 4.5 is near my, that's nice. Standard deviation is near that target. And then probably I'll take from this morning. A failure swing or something. Probably take this one. And this is 2.5, this failure swing. Actually, I really do like this as the sell side target. 69. RTY. Yeah, it's nice holding this up. It's pretty impressive that NASDAQ held up this like 1 hour FEG that I said I want it to invert to even look for shorts, right? So that's the whole point. It's that strong that I never got an entry or anything on NASDAQ, you know? RTY? It's the summer, so we have to start, especially in slower action, you know, just kind of start looking at other things is fine. I've been in this freaking gold trade forever, man. How long? I think since 1020, right? Yeah, since 1020. For like 40 minutes. Okay. 45 minutes, and hasn't gone anywhere yet, but it's starting to look good. I don't want to jinx it. But we're looking for a 15-minute candle to start displacing to the downside. It would be great, because this was the previous low and it stalled. It might stall again. It might take out low and stall again, whatever. If it does, it does. I wouldn't exit this trade, like I said, unless it closed above this level on the 15. Unless it closes above 324.2 on the 15-minute. So it's coming back near previous weekly low now. I would prefer it to break below this level and hold below, to start seeing some more faster action, right? Should I continue streaming as I'm in this trade? Man. Tanya, what's the SMT equivalent for gold? Honestly, I don't really think there is. I wouldn't use silver. I would not trade silver if someone put a gun to my head, because that's such a manipulated market. JP Morgan has kept the price of silver lower artificially for years and years. Gulam asked, ma'am, please tell your students what is average daily range today is seek and destroy. The average daily range is if you go to indicators, and then you look average true range, and then I double click on it and I put 5. It's the last 5, and I'll go to the daily, and I'll tell you what's the average range of the NASDAQ on the daily level. It's 380 points. And today we moved about already before the open 300 points. So, and we're not having any sort of reversal within that body candle. So yeah, that's part of why it's choppy. I've already pretty much gone to the range. There's not much going on in the markets. Powell's testifying was a nothing burger. And yeah, so that's why I'm in gold. Let's see some more continuation, lower gold. Dog, you still in this trade? Laughing emoji. What kind of question is that, dude? Obviously, I'm still in the trade because it hasn't invalidated or hasn't reached my target. And it's still during the trading hours. Imagine being bored with it and then closing it, even though it's in your favor, and then it just works out to your target. I would shoot myself. Why didn't you trust your analysis? Why didn't you trust yourself then? Plus it's rejected where it needed to reject. Hasn't invalidated. Starting to work in my favor just now. It's not my fault the market's kind of slow. Do you not have time stop rule as well? I will, especially on NASDAQ, but this is gold and I entered on a 5-minute, 15-minute. Why would I if I entered on a 5-minute chart, why would I exit in 45 minutes? It makes no sense to me. Or on a 15-minute too. Same type of vibe. You gave it 9 candles to work out in your favor. Like the market doesn't move straight up and down. Especially look at how much I'm looking for. This might even turn out like I'm questioning whether to even like take an options trade on this, because this might end up turning out to be like a swing trade or something. Because if I'm looking at, let's go to ATR for gold, we're definitely above that, right? If I go to average true range, the average true range of gold the last 5 days is 50, 52. No, it's 60, 61. And how much, we definitely moved more than that if we're down 2%, right? Like we're already down 80. That being said though, like it's showing that it's more volatile. So it hasn't invalidated. It's not like moving like NASDAQ and ES. It's still respecting bearish structure at the moment. So I am still in this trade. Fight me. Oh, of course it's not doing shit. It's like it didn't displace below this. It's gonna take forever if it does get there. It's all dependent. It's 4 hours in a doji. We're exactly where we started at 10 a.m. Right? Yeah, we're at the 10 a.m. open right now. Gots to see it through, my guy. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? I lose $300. That's the point. It's like if you're too emotional, it means you're risking too much, probably. Especially if it's my first time trying gold. Don't want it to be a high pressure situation. Want to be able to read everything. If I sized too much, I might have chickened out, or I might have, it might have clouded my judgment. Instead, it's helping me stay clear-minded here. Well, at least we closed below the previous 15-minute low. Even though we're not like totally having a huge displacement, it's not the worst. It's pretty decent. We're making lower highs and lower lows, so we're just gonna let it play out. Sarah Gonzalez said, yeah. Not to be dramatic, but I'm a dramatic person. We're looking on the weekly too for gold. It's about time it retraces more on the weekly too. Previous weekly was down close. We could have another down close. We haven't had 2 down close candles in a while though. We had them here. Kind of wonky. It'd be kind of crazy if gold does reprice all the way down to like 2,900. 2,980. Yeah, you're right. That's the midpoint. My TP is a midpoint of a daily fair value gap. Is that true? Let's see. That's where before, well, I'm going to count yeah, it's below it. No. I think that tomorrow's candle in gold is going to be another down close candle. So maybe this is more of a swing trade type vibe. You know? What's the ticker for gold? I can't remember. For like stocks, for like the index. GLD. Yeah, why not swing those then? It's like a tight stop too. All right, I'm gonna also do that. I just bought GLD puts for Friday. 301, and same thing as if it comes back on the 15 and closes above this, then I'll cut it. Or maybe even I'll let it to this, because for that's a swing trade. I'll give it more breathing room. Yeah. No, if it closes above this on the 15 on my options, I'll also cut it. So it's such a tight stop. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's cool. Gold is just want to consolidate the rest of the day. I'm fine with it. I'm still going to hold this trade. Good luck and good trading, everybody. I'll let you know how this trade goes. Because, you know, there's no point. It is just consolidating. If we're not, I would continue streaming if this was like more of a down close candle. It would have been cooler. But I think this could potentially reach up again. So, or just kind of make another lower high. Like I said, it could do this. Kind of. So, good luck if you're trading today, if you're going to continue. Indices not the move today, for sure. This is wild wick. This is another wild wick. And stay safe, everybody. See you back tomorrow. Tomorrow, 9:15.